So because it is the new year, we kind of wanted to round up 2021 for you through the perspective of Turkish entertainment. So we have shows to talk about, we have celebrity news, we have tons of things for you today. But before we start, I want to share this information that I don't think everybody knows. So Turkey, at present, is the second largest exporters of series in the world after the United States. So Germany, France, Germany, France, and the UK come after. Yeah. So you get more than 700 million viewers in 150 countries that have interest in Turkish shows.
Wow.
It's insane.
700 million viewers. That's nearly as many as we get. Before we go into the TV shows, let's just quickly give some props to the channels.
Yes.
Who was the most watched TV channel in all of 2021?
Yeah.
And drum roll please, Nadia. The winner was TRT1. Come out first. With no surprise, they've been pumping out shows all through 2021.
It's
the
crazy.
big hitters, your favorite one, Alparslan.
Büyük Selçuklu, of course.
Büyük Selçuklu. Your favorite show, the one because you love the history, don't you, Nadia?
I love history.
Yeah, she knows so much about it.
Let's just not ask questions about it.
No.
Moving on.
Gönüldağ, which is Mountain of Hearts, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And Teşkilat, which means Shadow Team. All of these, apparently entertained about 700 million around the world. Coming second, we had RTV, we had Kanal D after that, and last but not least, Show TV. That's just the top.
Good for them.
4 or 5. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Well done, everybody, on all the shows. Now, getting down to the individual shows, one of my favorites this year, yargi, which means the judgment.
Ooh.
And, it's pretty close to my heart.
It describes you perfectly.
Sorry, what are you trying to say?
I'm sorry, Kenny, but you are one of the judgiest people I know. And not in a good way.
That's just the kind of thing you would say. It's typical
Judging
of you.
the judges.
Yeah. Oh. I think what you mean is that actually I'm just a great judge of things. I think that's where you go.
If that's how you want to get it, you go ahead.
Moving on. The judgment is about an experienced, respected public prosecutor and a feisty young lawyer.
Yeah.
And they make a bit of a dream team and they're trying to solve a case. And every time something new comes up, obviously it spins the whole story for a loop. And that's a big one. That one stars Kaan Ugancaoğlu and Pınar Deniz. And like I said, I'm a great judge, so I would suggest watching The Judgment.
I bet. It's number one.
It's number one?
Obviously, a lot of people did. Maybe you have a good judgment. Who knows? The next show we want to talk about is Teşkilat, the one you mentioned, or Shadow Team. And it is a first-of-its-kind thriller action show that follows the missions of secret agents working for the Turkish intelligence organization.
Ooh.
Yeah, it digs deep and dirty.
Nice.
The show is filmed in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. And not only that, but it also touches on the emotional side of it. So you see these agents abandoning their families, leaving their lives, even faking their own death in order to fulfill their duty, which is kind of tragically beautiful, actually.
I love a bit of spycraft, me. So I'm guessing this isn't quite the James Bond thing. This is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it's missions, it's terrorists, it's like full-on tech. You go in and you see how they do the whole thing, the whole process.
And unlike James Bond, they actually kind of have like a heart and a soul, and they care about the family.
I know, he doesn't care about anybody.
Doesn't care about anybody, and he doesn't care whose toes he steps on.
Yeah. The show stars Çağlar Ertuğrul, Deniz Baysal, and Mesut Akusta.
That one, I haven't seen that one, but I definitely will because I love
should.
spy.
You really should. I think you'd love it. It's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these spies, they should get a bit more respect for the amount that they have to. Anyway, so Nadia, you are, as we've already established, one of the great history lovers living in Istanbul.
Why are we going back to that?
Because as a history lover, you will adore this program.
Ooh.
Okay. Now this
Hit
is.
me.
Sorry?
Hit me.
Hit you.
Hit
Okay,
me.
ready? 3, 2, 1. Kuruluş Osman. Boom. How does that one feel?
Wow.
Not too bad, huh? So that means establishment Osman. And as anybody who watches shows from Turkey know, this country does a roaring trade in these massive, huge historical.
They go all the way out for their historic shows.
The fight scenes, they're like, it makes Game of Thrones look like a pub fight between two morons. These are big, full-on action, sword swinging, knives fighting, all the rest of it. And this is all about Osman's establishment of the Ottoman Empire, which obviously one of the great historical events. It's about him going all around what then was just a small part of his own tribe that obviously eventually grew out to be one of the biggest empires the world has ever seen. And this stars some big names. We've got Burak Özçivit, who is Osman himself, or Osman Bey. And this is real history here, Nadia. You know this. You already said it. This is the founding of the Ottoman Empire. Yeah.
But the next show I want to talk about, which has nothing to do with history, thank God, it's called Sadakatsiz, or A Woman Scorned.
Ooh.
I love that name very, very much.
I like that.
It has power with it. The show is adapted from a British show.
Ooh.
It's called Dr. Foster. Yeah?
I know Dr. Foster.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Really? Because it's not like the type of show that you would usually watch.
Well, I didn't watch it.
Oh.
But I knew of it.
You knew of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, just massive difference in the name there. Dr. Foster.
Doesn't mean it. Lame.
Lame.
And then you get Woman
Scorned.
Scorned. That is really cool.
That's such a cool name.
Yeah, they did a better job with the name.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This show is about Dr. Asya, played by Can Surderi, and how her life turns upside down as she discovers her husband's infidelity. And then does something wrong. You guessed it. Yeah. So it has jaw-dropping moments. And let me say this. I've seen this show everywhere. I've seen it on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. I've seen clips of it, memes. It broke the internet, not only in Turkey, but all around the world. It was sold to 65 countries, aired on HBO Max Latin America, and broke a historical record in Spain for holding the first spot prime time for weeks.
So it is a historical show.
In a way, it made history.
It made history.
It made history.
Yeah, it wasn't charting history, it was making history.
It was making history.
Nadia, I am sold. I will be watching that show. I'm going to be taking tips on how to avoid being scorned.
And being caught when you're cheating.
Yeah, and it's giving me some real good tips on how to get away with it. Because it's not about not doing it, it's about not getting caught.
And there you go, a lesson from the master.
That's not true. I'm good at everything. Yeah, I don't get in trouble with anybody. And speaking of not getting in trouble, it's called Masamla Apartmanı on TRT1.
Oh.
You heard of this show?
I actually did. I heard of this show. I've heard so many things about it. It's actually pretty popular. It's really, really famous.
I'm not surprised. Everything about it sounds really cool. And just like me, it's called The Innocents. Yeah.
Says who? Who gives you these names? You just give them to yourself and you just walk around. They call me the innocent.
The judge.
They call me the ladies' man.
The judge at the court said I was innocent.
Which court?
The big one. The Adalet Saraya.
Where?
The one in Mecidiyeköy. I had a lot of charges against me and he said innocent, innocent, innocent.
I really don't believe you.
If you think I'm innocent, and you should, put a comment below in support against Nadia, okay?
All right.
They're going to come, these supporters, they're going to come over the hill.
You took that so personal. Makes me think, I don't know, maybe I touched a nerve or something.
Your opinion of me is so low, it breaks my heart.
Because I've known you for 4 years, I had time to develop this opinion.
Now, you might think I'm a bad guy. I'm really not. But anyway, bad guy or not, this is a great show.
It really
it stars Berkan Sokolu, Ezgi Molla, and Merve Dizdar. So these are some big hitters, some big shows. And you say you've heard about this one?
I did.
You want to tell me about it?
Yeah, it's about a family. And I'm not going to reveal too much. It's about a family, apartment, mental disorders, love, heartbreak. Boom.
Boom. What kind of mental disorders are we talking?
OCD and chronic panic attacks, all kinds actually. There's like...
Very topical.
Yeah.
Very topical. Yeah. Mental health. Make sure, we've all had we joke about 2021, but it's been tough for a lot of people.
It really has.
And 2020 of course. So mental health, big thing at the moment. So
I'm glad it's getting the light shed on it. I'm glad people are mentioning it. They're talking about it more. It's becoming more normalized.
Absolutely.
Yeah.